What's good, family? We back at it once again. I just want to talk to y'all real quick about this little term I've been hearing: woke NFL. What does that mean? We're gonna try to keep it clean. What does woke NFL mean? Now I've heard the soft shoeing, buttermilk biscuit eating Sambo, Steven from the Django, Coombs, like the dude from Black and White Sports TV on YouTube. Now some people gonna say, "Oh, look at him, so disrespectful." No, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. I know that everybody that looks like me is not for me. Like they always say, some people send a wolf in sheep's clothing. What's the best way for your enemy to get you? By sending somebody amongst you whom you semi-trust. What happened to the Black Panthers? How did Fred Hampton get murdered? How did that happen? The FBI and Chicago PD had a police informant, black police informant, who gave them the layout of the Black Panther Party's headquarters. And this informant gave Fred Hampton some barbiturates in a glass of water. So that once the police busted in the door, Fred Hampton was passed out asleep in a drug induced sleep, damn near coma, and they shot his ass anyway. And that's a historical fact that happened. So for all you people, oh, he's back with the race thing. No, that actually happened. You can look that up. COINTELPRO. Fred Hampton, 20 years old when it happened. And what does that have to do with what I'm going to talk about now? It's about this little term I've been hearing, woke NFL. What do you mean woke NFL? What about the National Football League do you think is woke? For all you buttermilk biscuit, as to quote Tariq Nasheed and Professor Black Truth and Black Authority, all you buttermilk biscuit, shea butter, soft shoe, yes sir, massa, Coombs. Yes, I said Coombs. You deserve that title. And the reason why I say Coombs is because white people are not coming out here saying, it might be a few, but there's not a lot of white people coming out here saying, the woke NFL. We know who's saying this. These shea butter biscuit eating. I hate black people. I hate myself because I look in the mirror as people. That's what I'm talking about. Because I'm trying to figure out, what does woke NFL mean? Can anybody please explain that to me? How is the NFL woke when all the owners are what? Whites. Owners are white. The labor force, the workforce is what? Black. So how's that woke? When the workers are black and the people that own the team, they call them owners. Owners are white. The owners are white and the workforce is black. The owners own the stadiums with the green fields that the black players run up and down on for profit that the white owners get. And what do the white owners do? I get them crumbs. Now some clown might say, well, they get millions of dollars. I wish I can do for millions of dollars. So if a motherfucker willing to pay you millions of dollars without even thinking about it, how much profit are you making now? True story, check this. I took a class, a HVAC class, and this individual came into my class and he was talking about sales. He said that the company he works for sells UV lights. He said for every UV light that his company sells that he gets sold, they give them $50. A $50 gift card. I said, $50 gift card? That's okay. And I started thinking, so if they give you a $50 gift card for every set of UV lights they sell, how much does it cost to install UV lights? Yes. Almost $1,500. So you mean to tell me, for every $1,500 that you make them, they gonna give you $50. Did you hear me? Holler if you hear me. Did you hear me? So if he sold 100 of these, he get $500. Somebody might say, "Oh, $500," but he made them 15,000. So if you make me 15,000, hell yeah, I give you $500. Another scenario. Where I work at, this guy sold a system. The system was $9,800 for the system. You know what they told him? Good job. You got about 500. And I said, hold on. I started thinking, hold on. So if he makes, so that's $9,800. So let's round it up to 10. Excuse me. And let's say they gave him $500 for every $10,000. So if he sold 10 systems, there'll be 10 systems at $10,000 a piece. That's $100,000 that he made for the company. And the company gonna get him that 500 times 10. Do the math with me. So for every $100,000 he made the company, they gave him 5,000. Now some people might be saying, well, that's 5,000 he didn't get. But if I make you 100,000 and you only give me 5, what the fuck is that? What is that? What is that other than slavery? What is that? Now, I'm just trying to figure out what is that. So you do the work, but they get 95% of the profit. You get 5%. See, I pay attention to things like that. I think like that. Just like this woke NFL. Like Patrick Mahomes, $500 million. Some people might say, whoa, the richest contract ever in the NFL. Whoa. So how much they going to make off Patrick Mahomes? Do you think they're going to give him $500 million over 10 years and they might not even give him the whole contract? Let's just say in those 10 years he get $500 million from the Chiefs. How much do you think the Chiefs made off Patrick Mahomes? Jersey sales, memorabilia, bobbleheads, tickets, parking, concessions, tours in the stadium. I'm just saying. I know. Have you heard the term to make money, you gotta spend money? You gotta spend money to make money. So if they spending $500 million on Patrick Mahomes, how much do you think they projecting Patrick Mahomes will make for them? Another example, LeBron James. People can say, well, he's the wealthiest and basketball player right now. Okay, cool. But who cut the check? So if somebody can cut the check without going broke, how much money did LeBron James make him? Another example, Kobe Bryant, when he was living, RIP to the Mamba. When he was living, before, this when the Lakers were terrible. When he was playing, the Lakers were terrible. This old Kobe. Pau Gasol, old, washed up, Bynum gone. They got Steve Nash, this old Kobe. This when the Lakers were thinking about giving him a contract 2 years, $48 million. Now, people were saying, oh my God, they're mortgaging the Lakers' future. But hold on. At the same time that was going on, the Lakers, the owner of the Lakers, signed a deal with the cable company. $300 billion. No, my bad. I might be wrong. I think it's 300 million. A $300 million deal to play the Laker games. The local cable company paid $300 million to play the Laker games. And they saying Kobe Bryant can't get 48 million. That's ludicrous. And that's just off the cable. The cable TV. That's just off the cable TV. That's not off parking. That's not off jerseys, Kobe Bryant jerseys. Not off the ticket sales. Not off concession. Not off none of that. I'm just talking about that was the TV contract. So they made $300 million just to play Laker games. Just to get somebody to play Laker games. This one, the Lakers were awful. And that's just on the TV contract. So that $300 million just on TV. We're not going to talk about ticket sales. Because the Staples Center hold what? About what? 30, 40,000 people? How much it costs? And then some of them seats down front row. Some courtside seats, what, 100,000 plus? Come on now. Come on now. How much money you think they actually made? And once again, I'm back to how's the NFL woke? When the owners cut the check for pennies to their workers, who mostly black. Are they woke? How about this one right here? If the NFL was so woke, why isn't Colin Kaepernick playing in the NFL? I'm asking. Some people say, well, he's not good. Okay. Jeff Driscoll starting in the NFL right now. The dude's 1-7 in his career. He's better than Colin Kaepernick. Nathan Peterman is starting it has a contract in the NFL. Blake Bortles, hot garbage Blake Bortles, got a contract in the NFL. And Jeff Driscoll, Blake Bortles, who's the other guy name? Nathan Peterman. All three of them, and side note, all three of them dudes making more money than Cam Newton this year. But I digress. That's the woke NFL though. That's what y'all soft shoe buttermilk biscuit coon and dudes say the woke NFL. So y'all mad, just like white people, just like some racist white people mad that a black man said, look, black people dying in the streets, getting shot in cold blood. This has to stop. Somebody got to say something. Y'all mad he did that? Because y'all say, well, you know, do it some other way. What's the other way to do it? Nobody's, ever since he took a knee. First he sat down, then listen to Nate Boyer. Nate Boyer said take a knee. Ever since he took a knee, nobody, or they mama, black people, y'all feel me? Nobody, no mama. Okay. But nobody said any other way to protest. Nobody. Even Jay-Z, we passed kneeling. Oh, is that why the NFL woke? Because they signed with Jay-Z to do that fucking entertainment? So that's how they woke? By having a rapper who's an entertainer be over entertainment? Really? That's how they woke. Really? Are you fucking kidding me? That's how they woke. Back to Colin. Because the Denver Broncos said they ain't even think about signing him. They ain't even think about looking at him, give him the work out of nothing. Is that the woke NFL? I'm trying to figure out what do they mean by the woke NFL. Are you soft shoe, shea butter, butter biscuit eating motherfuckers talking about niggas stay in your lane? Y'all want them to come out there to the flag when the national anthem wasn't even being played in the 90s and early 2000s. It wasn't even being played. And if it was being played, how many of these white Hall of Famers were out there? Was Brett Favre out there with his hand over his heart? Was he out there? Dan Marino, Joe Montana? I'm asking. Peyton Manning, were they out there? Tom Brady, was he out there? Before it became a mandate by the league. Because the Department of Defense gave them money. The Department of Defense gave the NFL money to display the flag before the games. Nobody had a problem with that? What about the people that's getting concessions and everything before the games? Why they playing the anthem? But you're mad that a black man said, I'm not standing for this anthem. Because first of all, it's racist. If you heard the whole anthem. Francis Scott Keys, the dude that wrote it, was a slaveholder. He held black people as slaves. And when he wrote it, he was in his house drunk, mad that the black people were helping the British. Do your history. But back to you, the woke NFL coons. What about the NFL's woke? I'm trying to figure it out. Just because now they taking knees and shit, because all the black people looking at them sideways like, hold on, why Colin the only one doing this? Why the NFL woke? Some niggas won't even take a knee. A lot of niggas saying fuck Colin. The Josh Normans, he was like fuck Colin. They had him in the NFL. He was yeah. Now since you're not useful, where you at, Josh Norman? Another soft shoe buttermilk biscuit eating ass motherfucker. Where you at? Where you at? Like the rest of y'all. When they through with y'all, they through with y'all. But y'all don't care. You just want a little shine in the way. But back to the subject at hand. What do you mean by woke NFL? What do you mean by woke? What do they mean? Can somebody please help me? Please help me. Find out what woke NFL means. So they woke because there's not one black owner. They woke because they don't own shit. They woke because they don't control their fucking contracts. They woke because what they woke for? How they woke? How they woke? No black coaches, no black owners. The NFL players and union is garbage. How they woke? How are they woke? I'm trying to figure out how they woke. Black and white sports, how are they woke? Colin doesn't have a job. The dude that started the protest didn't have a job. How they woke? Now the guy that was helping them protests, that was standing beside him, his teammate, don't have a job. 2 black men. How's the NFL woke then? How's the NFL woke? Because George Floyd got killed and he knew somebody famous? Now all of a sudden Patrick Mahomes, I am George Floyd. But when Trayvon Martin got killed, his ass had other shit to say. Check out his Twitter page. And his daddy black as midnight. So you got to ask yourself, where did Patrick Mahomes get that line of thinking from? I know, right? Like I said, everybody that look like me ain't for me. I know this. Barack Obama being the biggest example. Because what has he done specifically for black people? I can tell you what he did specifically for police. Passed laws that made it tough, make you get tougher, stiffer penalties for killing police officers or fighting police officers. He passed laws to where police officers won't go through any punishment for crimes committed. He did that. He passed laws for gays. But what did he do specifically for black people? One is shea butter biscuit eating Negroes. Gonna say, well, he made the country better. Better how? I look at my neighborhoods, they still the same. Memphis City schools still underfunded. And then I'm gonna do a video about Memphis City schools. About how they ain't talking about lead piping in the school system. But they talking about this damn coronavirus. But our babies going to schools with lead pipes in there. And they ain't addressed that. But we back on this woke NFL. How's the NFL woke? Because now it was brought to everybody's attention. Black people were getting killed at an alarming rate, even though it was shown on news every day. That somebody that it wasn't directly affecting said something about it. You ain't mad that the sponsors stopped supporting them. You ain't mad that San Francisco 49ers cut them. You mad that he brought this to y'all attention. But you still, to this day, haven't come up with another way that he could have did this. Still, to this very day. And I almost forgot about Stephen A. Coon Smith. He said, yes, we know they blackballed him. Now you want to say they blackballed him? Now after Terrell Owens blasted you on national TV. Now you gonna say, and after black people everywhere blasted you. Now you gonna say, you know, Colin Kaepernick been white ball like Shannon Sharp says, even though he's a soft shoe, buttermilk biscuit eating mofo himself. But we on Stephen A. Smith and what he said. Because Max Kellerman said they ain't even try to try out Colin Kaepernick. Stephen A. Smith said so. We know he was blackballed, but he's been out of football for 4 years. So basically you saying, yes, we know they did him wrong, but he's been gone for 4 years, so I don't blame anybody for not wanting to fuck with him. See, Whenever something happens to black people, that's their thought. That's their thought. Slavery. Get over it. It happened so long ago. 9/11 though. They have 9/11 anniversaries all the time. And it's been 20 years. And they still didn't have any evidence that linked Al Qaeda and Saddam Hussein to the terror attacks. Still don't have any evidence. None. But silly motherfuckers. Silly mofos. Yes, they did it. How you know they did it? Because some white guy came to you and said they did it. But without you thinking about the history of America. How they poisoned their people. St. Louis. Chromium. Spraying on black neighborhoods. The crack epidemic. They taught people how to make methamphetamines. How you think opium got over here? See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why they say shit and do shit like this. And I just jumped off on a tangent. Back to Stephen A. Smith ass. He was blackballed. So what do you mean so? What do you mean so? So that's it. It's over. So he just say fuck it, and everybody should move on. But when somebody criticizes Tom Brady, you start crying. Somebody criticizes Aaron Rodgers, you start crying. But this black man who's not in the NFL, I don't think he should go to the NFL no fucking way. I think they should do what Master P said, even though Master P, I got question marks about all these motherfuckers with money. Because I don't know if they robots in disguise. Wolves in disguise. But anyway, we can have our own league. But they don't want to do that. But I digress. Stephen A. Smith. I don't even want to talk about that clown no more. I'm going to close this by saying, because I know I've been babbling the last few minutes, don't make no sense, it's incoherent. I just want to know, what do they mean by woke? Can anybody please explain to me this notion of woke NFL? How is the NFL woke? In these 20 minutes I babbled, but I gave examples about how they not woke, not by a long fucking shot. And I'm trying to, and this directly to black males that look like me, that want to say that dumbass shit about the woke NFL. What about the NFL is woke? What about is woke? The white owners, the black labor force, the green field that the black players run up and down on so the white owners can make more and more money. They're getting paid millions. They getting paid crumbs. They getting paid crumbs. And then who are the highest paid players in the league? The quarterbacks. And most of them are, well, they're black ones now. That's recently. Most of them historically have been what? And why is that? Because they say black people can't comprehend. You can't read differences. You can't break down film. That's what they say. That's historical fact. Fact. Why Lamar Jackson going to end the round, but Baker Mayfield went first? But we see who can't read defenses, Baker Mayfield. But I digress, went off on a tangent again. Can anyone please tell me what they mean by woke? Until next time, peace.